So, what else? Well, it is a little bit too windy today, but some people are curious what type of pattern performance we can get from Apex loads. This is 1 ounce of number 8. It's a standard Apex load. There's Z12, tungsten super shot, 1 ounce, number 8 shot, 1550 feet per second. That is fast. So we have a target set up at a laser verified 60 yards. I'm going to zoom in as best I can. And even though we've got a crosswind going on here, we'll see if our little Apex 1 ounce load can produce a lethal pattern for a pheasant or a duck at 60 yards. Okay, that is 60 yards. "60 yards is a long way." We've got about a 20-mile-an-hour crosswind, which is just the way it is. Not very good. What I like to do, now you can see here we've got, well, I'll show you both sides. Hardly a super dense pattern, but that would be a dead pheasant. We want 3 pellets in the torso, and that would do it. I'm using a Trulock Precision Hunter, improved modified. One thing you might want to consider, rather than going through shooting C's, is to get yourself a nice 16-inch piece of acrylic, like so. So the shooting C's are one thing. But with a 16-inch circle, you can obviously see readily how many pellets are inside the 16-inch circle. With a radius of 8 inches, that means your aiming error or pointing error, pattern offset, whatever you want to call it, can certainly be 8 inches. So, it makes it easy to discern the difference between the 2 loads. Now in this case, got several pellets throwing high, and to really know what's going on, you should probably use a larger sheet of paper at 60 yards. So I'm going to have to try this again on a calm day, get an idea. So what I see, it's adequate for 60 yards, but it's not a mind blower. So I think what I can do, as long as I have, like I said, I apologize for the wind, both coming out of my mouth and ambient conditions here. First shot was 60 yards with the Z12 1 ounce number 8 Apex. So again, it is windy, but let's see what it looks like at 50 yards. Same Impala Plus, same Trulock improved modified choke, same shell. Oh yeah, much better. So that 10 yards makes one heck of a lot of difference. Let me go grab the paper. Same load, same gun, same choke. The only difference is this is 50 yards by laser as opposed to 60. Significant difference. One shot, of course, doesn't mean all that much. Really would take an average of 10 shots under better field conditions to come up with a reliable average. But the difference is here is certainly enough to say that the apex load at 60 yards that's a dead pheasant, but it's a fairly thin pattern. Now you can certainly use more than 1 ounce, but that 10 yards makes a huge difference because here we are. This is still a long shot by birdshot standards, 50 yards, not 60, but that's just a tremendous pattern. It's just a, look at that, beautiful. Beautiful pattern. I'll get my little acrylic. Hopefully you can see here on camera, but in this 16-inch diameter circle covered with 16 inches of clear acrylic, that is just a tremendous wing shooting pattern. So where does that lead me? I would call the apex load fantastic at 50 yards with this choke and this gun. I would be supremely confident out to 55. However, 5 yards, you wouldn't think things can change that much, but things certainly do change when it comes to 10-yard increments. So once again, this is the 60-yard pattern, which, although certainly lethal, if you can put 3 to 4 pellets in the torso of your duck or your pheasant, it's a little thinner than I would like. At 50 yards, the load is absolutely generous. That's just supremely, supremely good at 50 yards. So it's up to you. Of course, what I do is not with your gun or your choke or your shells. But if you're interested in a good 50-yard load, certainly 1 ounce of Apex number 8, that's going to please absolutely everybody. Everybody that I know. But at 60 yards, I'm not thrilled with it, although we can increase, obviously, the payload. Apex makes a huge variety of loads. I think 2.5 ounces if you want, if your shoulder can take it, but this is only 1 ounce. So even though it's a fast load, it's less recoil than the more common 1.25 ounce, 1 3/8 lead loads that are going around 1,400. A little faster, but much, much lighter in payload, easier on the shoulder. So that's it. Pheasant season is coming right up, so time to get set. I'm psyched up for it. Hope you are too. We'll see you later.